Hello, everybody, back again, and how are you today? Hope you're well. It's been a couple of weeks since my last review for The Mysterious Planet and the departure of Perry. So, here we're to talk about the latest section of Trial of the Time Lord, Terror of the Dickheads. Vervoids. They do look like dickheads, though, don't they? There's even one bit where one of them's spewing out white stuff. How the hell did that get approved for viewing? But anyway, I'll talk about that in a bit. Terror of the Vervoids was the last story produced during Trial of Time Lord season, and so sadly, it was the last story that Colin Baker made as the Doctor. I know he's done shitload of stuff on Big Finish and audio and that lot, but for the TV show, this was his last story. But he didn't know about it at the time. Nobody knew about it at the time. Well, it was written by the returning Pip and Jane Baker, who penned the story previous season, Marco Ferrani. I like this story. It's a whodunit in space. Basically, there is a mystery, and it's very Agatha Christie-esque. So much so that Professor Lasky, played by the late great Honor Blackman, is reading an Agatha Christie book. Very subtle. Yeah, I like it. I have questions to ask, mostly about the Matrix. Basically, it starts off in the courtroom again. The Doctor is getting over the loss of Perry. He's very distant, he's withdrawn, and it says he went into the Matrix and picked a story from his own personal future. I know the Matrix can predict future events without establishing a deadly assassin, which is how the Doctor got the premonition of the President being murdered, or assassinated, murdered, same thing. So I get that. My issue is, can any Time Lord and any Tom, Dick or Rassilon just pop into the Matrix and see what we're going to have for dinner a week from today? And if a Time Lord sees his own personal future and he or she doesn't like what they see, do they then try to alter it? Do they retain the memories of seeing their future selves? And why does he pick that story? Okay, I know the real world reason, obviously. He picks Terror of Vervoids because that's a story that's in production. But from Time Lord point of view, why didn't he pick the Day of the Doctor? Shows him in his current incarnation helping save Gallifrey. Well, he could have picked another one, like Midnight, Stolen Earth, Parting of the Ways, any of the Eighth Doctor audios. So it's like, I wonder if basically the Matrix will show you things from your own personal future up until the point you regenerate. Because if it shows you how you're going to die, you would try to alter it, wouldn't you? Yeah, it's not on. But anyway, I digress. He picks a story from his own personal future. No doubt Mel is going to be a companion on the Starliner. Oh, no. She's in the TARDIS. She's been a companion for a while from her point of view and this future Doctor's point of view. That's a bold move to make. And it works. I think it works. A companion from the Doctor's future. Very River Song style, isn't it? Moffat would do that with River Song. And I think it works. Colin Baker and Bonnie Langford have got great chemistry. And you do get the impression that these two people have been travelling together for a while, for a few years. Considering that you don't get to see her introduced, well, her introductory story, you do find out a lot about her. She's got an eidetic memory. She's from Pease Pottage. She's very health conscious. She likes carrot juice. She likes to exercise. In fact, everybody on that ship likes to exercise. They've got a gym, but not a cinema. What the fuck? But yeah, basically, the Hyperion 3 is going from a mysterious planet to Earth, and not the mysterious planet. I know it's not a mysterious planet. I can't remember the name of it. Morgar or something like that. I'm terrible with names. And a group of scientists are on board, escorting something back to Earth, a new scientific find. and people start dying, start getting murdered. Yeah, the Doctor does a bit of investigation, finds out the source. I don't want to spoil it too much because it is a great story by itself. And if you've not seen it, please do get to see it. The Trial of Time Lord box set has an special edition version of Terror of Vervoids, in which case it's got extended scenes, new special effects, and it's been done as a bog standard 4-part story with all the courtroom scenes taken out. It's worth a watch. But yeah, anyway, the Doctor's doing some investigating. He finds a scientist who was infected by this new breed of animal life. And it's just a shame that person doesn't do anything. She spends all the story in her quarters, in the isolation room, and then gets bumped off towards the end. I wish more had been done because the makeup's really quite effective. And yeah, that's... You get to meet the Vervoids after that, and they are like walking penises. They've been done, the heads are done like a Jap's eye, basically, or Jap eye, whatever you want to call it. Basically, it's a dickhead. How the hell did that get approved for viewing? Yeah. The script is good. The Vervoids are good, but they are dickheads. I think a collar was put on to make it look like they weren't walking, talking dickheads. And it just makes them look like bits of foreskin. Yeah. The script, considering there was no script editor by this point, as Eric Saywood he'd fucked off. The script itself is not bad. It's a good script. It zings along. And you know Eric Saywood has no involvement in it because not everybody dies. Some people live, some good people live, which is quite a rarity for this era of Doctor Who. People don't just die willy-nilly. Every death advances for plot. The Doctor realises that the Matrix is being manipulated. The Matrix is lying to people. His story ends with a new charge against Doctor. Again, I'm not going to tell you what it is because I think you should watch this story. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I really do enjoy this one. The score is great. We get some early form of CGI, this one, with a Hyperion flying through space near a black hole. And for 1987, 1986, it's not bad. The story takes place in the year 2986, and a lot of technology on board looks like 1986 technology. Maybe we've just gone retro. I mean, at one point, a couple of passengers play Space Invaders. Very retro. Yeah. Give this one a watch. I do love this story. I'm going to sing the space. No, I'm going to bump it up to 9 out of 10. To be honest, I'm going to bump up to 9 out of 10. I think I prefer this over Mind Warp actually, because Mind Warp is phenomenal. Don't get me wrong, but it is a very grim, very dour story with a brilliantly shocking ending. Whereas this one is, I know it has a high death toll, but it's fun. You're trying to work out who the murderer is. And here's the thing, it's not the Vervoids. Okay, the Vervoids kill some of the people, but there is another murderer working to their own agenda. And it's great trying to work out who it is. Colin Baker's great. Bonnie Langford actually has a really good introduction, even though we don't see her character get introduced. For herself, she's nice. It's nice to have a companion who's just happy travelling with a Doctor, instead of moaning about not being back on Earth or whatever. Well, yeah, Terror of Vervoids, 9 out of 10. If you've not seen it, please see it. Try not to laugh at the walking, talking dickheads, and just embrace the gloriousness that is this story. So yeah, I'm going to revise my thing saying Mind Warp's my favourite story. Terror of Vervoids is my favourite. And because there was no script editor, it works. It works. So yeah, my next review will be for the 2-part finale of this story, The Ultimate Foe. Don't know when that'll be. Hopefully a few days from now, midweek, all being well. And yeah, I hope you all have a good weekend and see you all soon. Bye.